Hello! I am back. This video is for Quentin Tarantino. I love that name. And I thought about this for years, and then my Buddhism was stepping in and saying, you cannot do this. This is not a peace message. So, but I don't see much peace messaging going on from the opposition. And so finally I'm coming to the conclusion, why not? Okay, this is my premise now. It's called why not? So, this is my proposition to you. We make a horror movie together. I play the Blair Witch. I already look like it, as no makeup artistry needed. And it's gonna be playing in the redwood forest. And we're gonna play with some toy chainsaws. Okay? And then later on in the studio you can use real chainsaws on dummies. Okay, that's all possible. But first we have to do a full body scan of James Hetfield and that Tim, I forgot his last name, Tim Matheson or something? Matheson? Something like that. The guy who just thrives on playing total buttfuck assholes. So yeah, we'll just make a complete like a body template of them, and then it will be we'll flow some rubber material into it, make a complete cast of them, and then turn it into a David Hansen wonderful robotic type of dummy, and put some logger clothes on them, and then go ahead with the chainsawing. Have some fun, okay? Fill these dummies up. They're hollow on the inside. Fill them up with some really neat, like bloody garden hoses and stuff like this. And then make it look real. So have a bunch of hoses inside. So yeah, and that'd be so much fun. It would completely satisfy the appetite of all the blockbuster watchers out there, and the movie goers, and the guys with the greasy butter popcorn. They'll all be satisfied by this, and they'll be happy for years to come when we see this, hopefully, you know. Unless they take offense, unless they go, oops, that shouldn't happen. But maybe it will satisfy them enough in terms of goriness. Okay, that's what we want. So even if it's people who they would side with intellectually or totally unintellectually. So anyway, that would be a great idea to do, and it could be, it have action in it. People always like action, and have it all switch, like tuck 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 tuck. Well, switch the whatever they're showing, switch it in 2 seconds to a new picture, new picture, new picture, new picture. People don't have an attention span. You have to switch and switch, and it has to be as bloody as it gets. And in a movie, I will do a lot of F-wording. I will just live it out. I just live out what I always want to do, what I do off the camera sometimes when I'm really pissed. But I don't want to do it on the camera anymore. Why should we do it on the camera? It's not a peace message. But then again, this whole film is not a peace message. And it's not really designed as a peace message this time. It's not exactly bodhicitta. Okay. So, but it is designed as a platform for a discussion that is desperately needed, a platform that cannot be overlooked and cannot be shoveled under the rug by the corporations. They want to get this whole subject as far away from the public discussion as possible. They don't even want this to get notoriety. They don't even want this to be seen. And they will probably pay you, Quentin, they will probably offer to pay you millions of dollars not to make that video. So, not to make that film. And that's what they do. They don't want stuff like this to get into this. That was very hard for them, actually, to undermine the footage about Julia Hill, but you know, if somebody sits in a redwood tree for 2 years, that's hard to ignore for the world. That's hard to that gets some notoriety. That gets around the globe, and people will talk about it. And if it's not US journalists, then it will be people from other countries that will hear about it, come, and then it will get into the circles of the other journalists, and then the other journalists, they will be peer pressured into making it. This is how it always works, because then they don't want to look like they are paid not to make footage of this. And yeah, this is how it works. People don't believe it. They don't believe what's going on. They don't believe how this is all done. How the corporate agenda has so much leverage that they pay whole movie makers and TV channels and corporate media people. They pay them to do all kinds of things. They pay them not to cover certain subjects. They pay them to cover certain subjects in a very specific light, so that the public will go, oh, them tree huggers, bad. Okay, so yeah, that's how it's portrayed. What if we do what Friedrich Nietzsche always said? When something is urgent to be heard, you use thunder and lightning. Okay, he used these terminologies. Important is that somebody has the guts to make a film that will make brain cells in people's brains grow, instead of making them fade away. That's what most videos, movies in the world do. They just shrink the brain matter. We need to expand it. Makes sense? We need to, brain matter in our brains needs to grow, needs to expand. I hope that makes sense, because that's what life is all about. Life is about expansion, not shrinkage. We want to expand, and not with a hollow balloon only. You know, we want to have the substance in there grow, not grow because there's mold in it and it causes an inflammation. Okay, no, that just causes migraine headaches. No, we want the brain mass to grow and push against our skulls and make the skull bone widen as well. They just make the entire neocortex grow and grow and grow and expand. And then you can go, now I get it. I have been tricked all these years? I wonder why. And then you go into, why did they trick us? They tricked us Because they're greedy. Ah, yay! That is why. Okay. And then you have so much brain mass that you will be able to laugh about yourself and say, I was just a fucking douche. Sorry about didn't want to use the word. But yeah, and then you can go, yes, I'm free. Yes, now I know better. And now I can laugh about it, and now we can do better. Okay. So that's what my aspired goal is with this horror movie. The only horror movie in the world that has ever caused brain expansion. So why don't we do it? I think it's about time to do it. Let's do it, baby.